Hello everyone, this is just a video so I can go through all the key information for Year 5 pupils and their parents and carers in preparation for the residential trip that we do in Year 6. There was a parents meeting on the 31st of October where I went through all the key information and I utilised this PowerPoint to do that. So I'm just going to go through all the information that was on there so you've got a fuller picture as possible. So we have currently booked for the Year 6 pupils next year, who are obviously currently in Year 5 now, to go to Robinwood on the 4th to the 6th of September 2024. We always go in the first week. This week it just so happens to be the very first day. So there is a training day at school on Monday the 2nd and Tuesday the 3rd. And then we will be immediately going to Robinwood on the 4th, the 5th and the 6th of September, so that week. Now, we make sure all the children have the key information like their groups, their staff members, and we go through everything towards the end of the school year in summer term. And also on the training days, on the Monday and Tuesday, there will be people available in school. So if you have any questions or queries that you want to know about, we will still be available from that. But the very first Wednesday is their first day at school, and we'll get heading off on a fantastic school trip immediately. So key information, we'll take some group leaders. Don't currently know who they're going to be, but they will be all the key staff who are in the Year 6 team. So that's the teachers, the TAs, and then any additional TAs who might be needed for support. And then we always take a pastoral member of staff as well, just to support the children with their emotions and well-being as they're away. A lot of the questions that we get asked about are what they need to pack. We will give you a kit list sheet about all the things that you'll need, but some ideas about strong, comfortable shoes, warm clothes and nightwear. They're obviously key. And on the next page, I'll show you the full kit list and it tells you exactly what you need to pack, including the amounts of everything. Now, the key thing that's important in that is that you don't buy anything new. We're looking at taking old things that might be a little bit grubby or have maybe got a little hole in the knee, getting a little bit short because they're going to get down, they're going to get dirty, they're going to get muddy, and you don't want to be taking new stuff. So please don't go out and buy anything new. The older you've got, the better. It's those kind of clothes they need to take. Obviously they need toiletries, but no aerosols because they set off the fire alarms. And then someone always forgets their toothbrush, so please make sure that is brought as well. And we always ask for them to pack it all in one bag, be a small suitcase or a bag, because they won't need to lug it around or carry it anywhere. It goes on the bus and then gets transported for them to Robinwood. So they really just need to be able to fit it all in one place. And on here, this is your full kit list. Again, it says at the top, please don't go out and buy anything special for it. All the special equipment is already provided and you really don't want anything new. There are 3 t-shirts, 3 sweatshirts, 3 pairs of trousers. There's the full list there, but I will print this off when it's closer to the time and I will provide you with it so you've got a full kit list of all the things that you need to take. It's nice and clear in there. So also on what to pack on the journey there, it's quite a long journey on the bus, so we do allow them to take a cereal bar or something like a biscuit, a small snack to eat on the bus, and then we only have a small bit of water really on the bus as well. We don't want anything huge and the children drinking a large amount because it's quite a long journey, they might need the toilet, so we do try and limit that a little bit. Now, next one's really important. There is limited signal anyway. Staff have access to landlines, so the children cannot take mobile phones or electronics of any kind. They're allowed to be away from those electronics and get involved in all the activities instead. So they're unable to take their mobile phones, and cameras aren't allowed to be taken either, so they don't need to be worried about those kinds of things. They can bring a little bit of money. Last couple of years they haven't actually run a tuck shop, but we don't want to be there one year when they decide to and we haven't got any money. But it just needs to be a maximum of £3 and that'll go directly to their group leader, whoever that may be, and they'll take care of it throughout the trip. So on the actual day, the children will arrive at school. They need to arrive at 7:30 AM for their very first day, and they'll come straight to the main entrance, and then we'll gather them all in the hall so we can give them a register. We know who's there, we can get going from there. If your child needs medication, you can bring it in, and in the office we'll have some medical slips where you're able to say who your child is, what their group leader is, and what medication it is, and how much needs to be taken and when, and we ensure that obviously all that medication gets given at the right and correct times. And we try to set off at around about 8 o'clock so we can head straight there and get started for about 10 o'clock. That's roughly when we arrive at the centre. Some of the activities I'll be doing, it's an absolutely fantastic trip. They gain so much about it, not least the amount of team building, communication, and just growing in their own personalities as well while they're there. But they do a lot of hands-on activities that they might not get the opportunity to do at different places. So they do a quest, which is like a bit of a problem-solving activity. They'll do the Dungeon of Doom, which is a bit like an escape room. Crate challenge, where they get harnessed up and they try to build a tower while standing on that tower. Some archery, piranha pool, which is another escape room activity. They do a giant swing where they're harnessed in. They've all got lots of safety gear and it's all checked and triple checked to make sure it's all above board. And then they get hoisted up into the air on a giant swing, exactly as it sounds. They've got a really good zip wire, a trapeze, just like being in the circus. They climb up onto a tower and jump onto the trapeze. They do rock climbing, night lines like a blindfolded assault course. A bit of raft building, which is supposed to be a dry activity, but it never ends up being a dry activity. Some canoeing, some caving, and then they also do a team challenge. So they're busy all day long. While they're there, normally wake up about 7:30. They go and get some lunch, which on the first day they get to choose from a menu of what they would like to eat. They cater for all sorts of taste. The food is absolutely fantastic. And then they are on activity from about 9 o'clock in the morning. And they are on activities until about 9 o'clock at night, with the last one being team challenge. So they're busy all day long doing all these fantastic activities, and then they're absolutely shattered when they head towards bed at night time. When they're heading to bed, they sleep in dormitories. The boys are in a completely separate block and building to the girls. They get set in rooms of between 2, 4, 6 or 8. They head into their rooms and they go to bed probably around about between 9 and 10 o'clock. And then Robinwood have what they call night ninjas, who are staff who are constantly patrolling at night time to make sure that everyone's okay, that no one's upset or anything like that, for example. And if something happened in those rooms at night time, then a button is pressed and a Robinwood member of staff would be there within about 2 minutes. So they're all completely safe at night time and really catered for. They're perfectly built for it. It's a fantastic facility, and they always have a wonderful time. So when we come back, so we go on the Wednesday, we stay all day Thursday, and then we come back on the Friday. We set off after they've had their lunch. We have our lunch at the facility, and then we walk down to our bus. And we set off probably about 2:30 on the Friday. We let the school know when we're about 30 minutes away, and we send out a message on the app so you can come and collect them. And normally we've been around about 5:30 roughly, but it does depend on the traffic, so please bear with us on that. And children must be collected. They will have big bags, to be fair, so it's always really important that they are collected from the West Street car park by an adult. I'm sure you'll be pleased to see them after that as well, after being away for so long. Now, the key part is the cost of the trip, which obviously I'll go through right now. You can see it is there at the bottom. But the transport to and from Robinwood is paid for by the school, which obviously reduces the trip by quite a bit. It can be paid for from now right up until when your child leaves at the end of year 6 on parent pay. So you can pay a little bit every week, as much at different times of the year, but there's plenty of opportunity over that time period to be able to do it. It doesn't need to be paid by the time that they go on the trip. They've still got until the end of year 6 to be able to make those payments as well. This third point is really, really important. The school can support with the cost of the trip, and we do try and help in any way that we can. We really do want all the pupils to be able to attend. It's a fantastic opportunity, but please, if you are worried about that cost, then just contact us so we can help support you with it, because like I said, it's a wonderful opportunity for the children, and we do want them all to be able to go. The cost is inclusive of everything. There's no other costs involved. Food's in there, accommodation, specialist equipment, activities. That there's nothing new needs to be bought for it, so it's completely inclusive of everything. And I do get asked this: the staff are free. You're not paying for us to go. We're completely free, so the cost that you have for your child is just for your child only. So the overall cost is £289. It's available on parent pay for you to be able to pay for that trip. And as I said, if you're concerned about that cost at all, please do get in touch, and we should be able to help support you in any way that we can. We do just ask that we have some deposits paid, so we know who is going. Ideally, we want everyone to be able to go, but we'd like for the deposit to be paid before the 1st of January, just to secure your place, that we know the numbers that we have for the trip. And the deposit is £25 for that you're able to pay on parent pay before the 1st of January, please, and then we'll go from there. But that is all the information that was shared. It's all the key, including the cost, which, as I've told you, is £289. It's on there, and the dates, the very first week, on the Wednesday the 4th, Thursday the 5th, and Friday the 6th of September 2024. We will organise all the groups and all the dorm rooms closer to the date in summer term. We always ask the children who they want to be with and try to pair them up. We always make sure they have at least one person off the list of the people that they want to go with, so they will be with their friends, and they'll have an absolutely fantastic time. But if you have any other questions or any other queries, please contact the school, and we'll try and answer them as best we can. But thank you very much for listening.